Gary Corbin. Welcome to Pack Rat Route and Scale Model Railroad. Today I'm going to try an experiment with sandpaper. I'm going to use that for the cement silos, and if everything works out right, hopefully for streets and parking lots, other cement pavement. The texture looks really nice. I've done a couple experiments with some small little 2x3 sheets. These sheets here come in 9 by 11 inches, so we'll give it a try. Alright, I'm going to try a little experiment here with using some 60 grit sandpaper, and I'm going to color that, make it look like concrete, and put it on the silos. See what it looks like. I've done some, this is 100 grit that I've tried, done some samples on. Doesn't look too bad. And then I've also done some for pavement. I don't think it doesn't look too bad. Got a nice texture, and you can see in person, you can see the little bits of quartz shining in it like concrete kind of does. So we'll try that. Alright, here's the colors I'll be using. Some natural gray gesso, some of my homemade light gray green mix, some standard white, some I guess buttercream tan yellow, and some brown. And in each one of those I've put a drop or two of this Clear Ultra Matte. And I think the best way that I've found so far is to use it kind of like a wash, and then also a dry brush. So, and I've got a few assortments of brushes here that I'll use for it. I'd just be using one or two mainly, but I got a wad of those things. I need to buy new ones actually. Alright, all I'm doing is using a little bit of water and some of this light gray green mix stuff. It's kind of thin anyway. And just scrub it on there. It kind of washes away a little bit, I guess, from the glue or whatever, but after a couple of coats, it sticks pretty good. And a little bit of dark gray there, just for giggles. And grab some white. And go up here and just kind of scrub it in. Grab a little brown. A little more brown. And just go crossways with it. But that's basically how I'm doing it. Grab a little tan here. A little bit of water. And a little more tan there. See if this goes. Yeah, I probably will have to maybe let this dry a little bit and come back and do some dry brushing on it. I want this actually a little lighter color, more tan than gray, so we'll go ahead and start putting some light color on this. All right, it's still kind of wet, and I've made this where it looks like it's shaded. What I'm going to do is this silo here, I just kind of judged the distance, is going to get the majority of this sheet, and the top of this short one will get the other side. Here's something else I wanted to show you that I came up with. I'm going to use a Sawzall blade. This is a 4-inch blade. It's for metal. It's the fine tooth type. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag that, which would be horizontally, the majority of it. This is kind of beat up too. It's kind of rounded, so I have to go with one direction. But I'm going to scratch this. It'll probably take more than one time to pass. Here we go. And we're dragging these again horizontal, just to get any clumps off that might have been on there. All right, let's give it about a half hour or so, maybe a little bit more, who knows, whatever. Take these apart, see what it looks like. Here's a real nice effect visual, as you can see it real. See if I can get this to where you can see what I see. That looks a little bit rougher on camera, but it still translates pretty good. It needs some more highlighting. I'll do that after it goes dry. I'll keep messing with them a little bit. From a distance you can't really tell. With your naked eye you can, between the two here, between this one. That's just colored cardboard, smooth colored cardboard. Looks nice on camera as well. That one back there, you can see that it's nice and rough. Looks like, there you go, that's a nice shot. But it gives a nice texture, that 3D effect, that texture. There's something about textures that I've got going on with this, that textures and shapes. But that's what those look like. I want to try to use it for concrete, for the parking lot and the roads, and I'll glue it on top of my 1/8 inch chipboard and 16th inch pieces, whatever I need to make up differences for that in there. We'll give it a try anyway, see what it looks like. Okay, here's the silos. I've done a little bit more weathering on them. Done a little cross hatching and a little bit more horizontal streaking on them. Just the upper section, more or less. I think that sandpaper turned out pretty good. I used 60 grit on these. My initial experiment I used 100 grit, and I think I'll use 100 grit on this one, as well as this one, and try that effect just to give them something different. But all in all, the sandpaper project turned out pretty good, I think. Well, that didn't turn out too bad. Like I said, I think I might try the 80 or the 100 grit on the other silos. The 60 grit's a little coarse. We'll work with that for now. If I decide I don't like it, I like the other silos that I do better, I'll change that over. No biggie, it's just a piece of sandpaper. It'll still be good. I got the idea when I was pondering the back section back there. And I was looking at the front silos. I like the paint on them. I like the way it looks, but it just was missing something. So, and I was using sandpaper, a piece of sandpaper to sand down those supports on the far wall on that back coal building. And I was just, oh, why can't I use this? So I wrapped a small little piece around a silo and got a kind of a visual, and then one thing led to another, and tried a little bit of experiment on some little small pieces that I had cut up for projects, and it turned out pretty nice. So I went to the hardware store, bought a couple more packages of about 100 grit and 160 grit. Thought I'd start off with the 60, see what it looks like. I've got a couple sheets of 220. I'd done a little experiment on that, and I think I might use that for concrete pavements in the parking lots and such. I'm still going to do a little bit more experiment. I'll do some more videos on how I do everything. I also got I'll show you when I do the videos. All right, well, thanks for watching this one.